Hey y'all, with Thanksgiving coming right around the corner, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. Normally, I would make a video a week, post them, and send them out, and you guys could make things if you wanted to, but with the holidays coming up, I figure I'm going to do a string of videos today, one after the other, and maybe tomorrow if I give out. But I'm going to do those videos all kind of in a row and release them at one time, and then I probably won't release for a week or two. Reason being, I figured it would be easier for you if you decided to make these items to have the videos already set up. If I were releasing things the week of Thanksgiving, that wouldn't give you a lot of time to get prepped. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make ham gravy from scratch, mashed potatoes, corn casserole, cornbread dressing, mac and cheese, divinity, and lemon meringue pie. I've already made a video showing some appetizers, which was my grandma's sausage balls, my aunt's sausage balls that Bisquick stole from her, and my nanny's punch, which, you know, those two are family traditions, and I'm glad to share them with you. I hope you guys enjoy them too. So, without further ado, let's cook. All right, so here's how we're gonna start out. I got one of these aluminum roasting pans just for cleaning's sake, make it a little bit easier. You don't have to use these, you can use any kind of shallow baking pan that you want. In this bowl, I have about 1.5 cups of celery, 2 large onions, and about 1.5 to 2 cups of carrots. You want to line the bottom of the pan with these vegetables. Because we're going to use this to make our stock, to make our ham gravy for the gravy we're making later. So, what you need to do is go ahead and spread that out. They don't have to be cut up fine. They don't have to be separated fine, because you're not really going to use the vegetables again. I usually save my vegetables and either give them to my dog or blend them up and drink them, because I mean, they're still good. All right, next thing you're gonna need is a wire rack. This one's a little bit big, but it's what I have, so we're gonna work with it. And about 2 cups of water. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in the bottom of the pan. We'll also need a little bit of salt and black pepper. All right, so we got our wire rack on here. We got our vegetables. We got about 2 cups of water in the bottom of the pan. Now we're gonna go ahead and put our ham on here, bone side down. So this is a 10-pound ham. It's a smoked ham. It's already cooked. And all we're gonna do is warm it through. You wanna set your oven to 350, and you're gonna cook this for about 15 minutes per pound. 10 pounds, 150 minutes. Roughly, you're looking at about 2.5 hours. All right, so we got our ham on the tray. We've got a good amount of water in the bottom, 2-3 cups, something like that. You wanna make sure you got about 1/2 inch of water in the bottom of your pan. And now we've seasoned everything. We're gonna go ahead and cover this with some tin foil and throw it in the oven. All right, now into the oven we go. So you're about 30 minutes from your 2.5 hour timer going off on your ham. So with that 30 minutes remaining, we're gonna take the tin foil off
but don't throw it away because you'll need it later. And we're also going to take the ham and the wire rack off of this pan for a second. Set it somewhere where it's safe. Now, if you remember, we had all these vegetables and that little bit of water here in the bottom of the pan. What you've made now is a ham stock, or at least close to a ham stock. So what you want to do now is get all this liquid and all these vegetables out of this pan. All right. We've got pretty much everything out, so now we want to go ahead and add the ham back to this initial pan, and we're going to put that back in the oven for about 30 minutes. I'm going to show you how to make a glaze for this ham that for the next 30 minutes or so, every 5 to 10 minutes you're going to glaze the ham so you get the flavor that you're looking for. But for now, we're going to go ahead and get this out of the way and put it in the oven. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and make the glaze. Go ahead and turn the oven or the stove on to about medium heat, somewhere around that ballpark. And to your saucepan, you're going to want to add the juice of 1 lemon, 1 can of pineapple, chunks, tidbits, or rings, whichever you prefer, and the juice from that. 1 tablespoon of mustard, and here I have 1 cup of brown sugar, about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And we want to add all that here and mix it up. Now, what we're going to do, put this over medium heat, let it come up to a boil, and let it boil for about a minute. And while you're stirring that, of course, once it comes to thickness from the cornstarch, then you're all set, and you're going to baste this over your ham every 5 to 10 minutes for the next half hour, and then you're good to go. Couple minutes now, you can start to see that the mixture is starting to bubble a good bit, and it's getting a lot thicker than it was, but we're going to let it continue to cook for a couple minutes. Make sure that it's all incorporated and that the cornstarch is completely broken down and has reached its full potential as far as thickening. But as you can see, it's already fairly thick, but we want to get a little thicker than that. We want to make sure that it's got enough, I guess, buoyancy probably isn't the word. It's got enough viscosity that it will cling to that ham. And if you can see here, when I cut through, it takes a second for it to move on through. And that's kind of what we're looking for. If you like it a little bit thicker than this, which you may, feel free to add a little bit more cornstarch, but make sure that you add your cornstarch to cold water or cold liquid. Mix it thoroughly before adding it to something warm, or it will clump. All right, so I think it's about at the level that we need it. So I think we're good here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off, and then I'm gonna start basting my ham with it. All right, so our ham is now glazed and out of the oven. So what we're gonna do, tinfoil you saved, we're going to tent this again, and we're gonna let this sit for about 20 minutes before we cut into it. All right guys, so here's the final product. This is our cornbread dressing, our corn casserole, our mashed potatoes, our mac and cheese, and our pineapple glazed smoked ham, and the gravy. I'm gonna put a plate together, let you see what it all looks like together, and then I'm gonna go die somewhere. All right, here's our final dish. We've got our glazed ham, mac and cheese, potatoes, dressing, corn casserole. I hope everybody has a good holiday feast. And remember, celebrate the indigenous. Thanks for watching. And tomorrow, maybe, I'll work on desserts. Thanks, guys.
You're still here? Why? Look, I showed you how to make an entire Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know what more you want from me. Maybe next week or something, I'll make some dessert videos. But I think you've got enough out of me for this week. So,
well, folks, it's time to call it a night. Do what you feel and keep both feet on the wheel. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. So till next time.
I'm evil. You're not. Get the fuck out and take a plate with you. It's a lot of fucking food.